How's it going, Shop?
Okay. I mean, as you can see, things are happening. So I'm back recording in the closet.
Amen. I'm always
Yeah.
excited because it could mean a lot with while you're in the closet, right? You can have guests. You could be doing work from the home.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
do. I have a guest. Courtney Farrington is staying
Amen.
here, and so, he probably thought he was going to a place where he'd be able to sleep peacefully and not have the host screeching in their living room at 9 in the morning. So I was like, "Why don't I just screech in my closet and then he can continue to sleep?"
Amen. Van life Courtney. That's my homie.
Yeah. So that's all that's going on. But it's also notable because I wasn't sure I'd be able to get down on the floor anymore
Oh
and get
no.
up because of the ankle.
Yeah, it's been a minute since you've had to do this.
Yes. So I am still trying to figure out how to make it comfortable and not disrupt every cord and wire that I have leading into the closet, but I think we'll be okay.
Yo, it's funny you mentioned that because I was watching a video about like these fitness dudes, and they're like showing people how to like they got all these like brolic workouts. And like at the end of the video, he's like, "Listen, I can show you how to do like push-ups, squats, pull-ups, and all of that." 90% of people get hurt because they stop being able to get up from the floor. He's
Mm.
like, "That's all you should work on." He's like, "When you're using your laptop and you work from home, sit on the floor." And he's like, "The way your body adjusts to that, like every 10 minutes, is actually good for you. Like it allows you to get comfortable in different seating positions, and it slowly builds the ability to just stand up." But
Oh,
he says that
wow.
that's the biggest indicator of you're gonna die if you can't get up from the floor without help. And
Well, that's a
then that yeah,
terrible news over here.
real talk, that scared the hell out of me. He was like, and then the second is like how fast it takes you to get up. So
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like, even if you on the floor, like you got to be able to get up like within seconds. So like
Why seconds?
it's just an indicator of your overall health. It shows like
Oh.
it shows your balance. It tends to show like body mass. It tends to show coordination, um muscle build. He said like it's the easiest way I know if somebody's healthy or not. He's like, I asked them to sit down and stand up. And if it take them like 10, 20 seconds, like we got work to do. If they can't do it at all, like yo, like this is rough.
Well, as someone who's certainly in the 10, 20-second crew,
Yo,
you don't have to be so judgmental.
real
Um,
talk. I'll,
he here's the problem. Here's why people are getting hurt, I think, is because getting up off the floor is mentally one of those things that, yeah, I can get up off the floor, right? And they're thinking about when they were a kid and they could get up off of the floor.
Mhm.
And like that's a skill that you shouldn't lose.
Right.
But boy,
Yo.
boy, can you. Um my I Part of my issue is the way to be comfortable for me personally is literally tying myself in knots.
Okay.
So when I sit down on the floor, my initial move is to sit cross-legged.
Okay.
No one does that. I remember working some job. Oh, I worked in an IKEA for 2 weeks, and it was before it
Okay.
was the Atlanta IKEA, and it was when they were opening. So, I worked there, like, the 2 weeks before they opened, just setting up stuff. I ended up getting another job that was better suited to my skill set, but
Okay.
for 2 weeks, I was building beds.
Okay.
And but that meant a lot of being on the floor building beds, and at some point, I'm helping someone, and I get down on the floor, cross my legs, and start doing a thing. And they were like, "How old are you? Like 10?" No, he's like, "I have not crossed my legs when I sat down on the floor in like a decade." And
Yo.
this young man was probably in his late 20s when he said that to me. And I was like mid 30s or something. And I was like, "No, I feel like you should." But, like, so every way that I sit, I'm tight. When I stretch my legs out, I cross one over across my legs at the ankle. I'm
Yeah.
when I'm standing and I'm just trying to be comfortable, my arms are crossed. I am the stiffest, most closed off person you could ever imagine.
Yo.
And yet for some reason I feel like when I have to get up off the floor, I just cross one leg over and I just whoop, and I do not. So there's a lot of me like crossing the leg over, going to stand and being like up. There's a lot of that noise. That's really how you should tell. If someone's struggling but quietly, there's some dignity to that. But if they are
Amen.
struggling to get up and there's a lot of yeah,
Yo, it's a thing.
because that
And that
means they're being caught by surprise if they're making noise.
they're discovering that they can't get up right there.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, yeah."
Oh, whoa. Yeah.
Yo, but it's like it like really like it surprised me because like even that like what you're describing like a lot of it is just cultural. Like we like associate certain health things that are basic human movements as
Mhm.
childish, you
Right.
know? So like he was like, when was the last time you jumped? You know? And like that, like, yeah, like I'm saying this because like I watched the video at Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
Like my cousin was showing it and like it just went around the family. So like we just started asking like aunts, like, yo, Thea, when was the last time you jumped? They're like, yo, 1994.
1,900 and
Real talk, like, and like they have memories of that shit. Like, yo, I don't even know, yo, real talk. Like, it just doesn't come up. Like if you're an adult and you live like a planned life, there's
Mhm.
not a lot of opportunities. Like the one that was jumping is like our like aunt that like, yo, she like her life is like scatterbrained.
Yes.
So she had like jumping moments still. She was like, yeah, like I hop the train or like when like I jump a puddle of water, but
Right.
like she's always in a rush. So
Yes.
like she still got jumping moments in her day to day life. But by the same token, she the most athletic of the bunch. Like real talk. Everybody else, like all my aunts that was like office life or like older and like a little more like yo adult ish presenting.
Right.
Nah, B, they don't got that movement in them anymore.
Yeah, it's very I when you first start at physical therapy after some sort of injury, one of the things they ask is like, "Okay, so what did you do pre-injury? What kind of physical stuff did you do?" And they've got a whole questionnaire of things.
Mm,
And that's great, but it's also geared towards active in a um exercise kind of way. So they're like, what do you we want to try to get you back to doing what it was you used to do. But if the way that you moved around was not like, oh, I used to lift at a gym or I ran I run cross country or I do, you know what I mean? It was not like I'm a cyclist, like really concrete things like that.
yeah.
It's hard to explain where I'm like, I'm just trying to get my house music move back. I'm trying to hit a ball change,
Okay.
like a skipping ball change again. And it's like, what is that? You know what I mean? So, but then if you're just like, I'm trying to get to where I can dance again. They're
Right.
thinking, "Oh, like in a studio where you're no.
Nah, B, I'm trying
No,
to
I
tell
mean, like,
you.
I'm trying to, like, still be able to top rock. You can't, you know what I mean? So that is literally the other day, I I went on a walk. That's the other thing is I'm like, I have to force myself to go on walks, which I don't mind necessarily, but sometimes it is hard to get out of the house. But I have to just to warm up the ankle in some way.
Yeah,
And so when I came back, whatever I was listening to, um, I came back and just started hopping around and dancing to it. Now, if I'm standing still cold or and they're like, someone's like, okay, just kind of hop side to side. I'm gonna be like, didn't you hear? I broke my ankle. It's all I've been talking about. But Uh, but when I'm not thinking about it, so when I just have music playing and I'm reacting to that, I can do it and it doesn't hurt. So it's a matter of like getting out of my head, but it's
yeah.
very but yeah, and so I did that for a few more songs, and I was like, "Look, Lucinda, I was moving around and dancing," and she's like, "Whatever." But, um, yeah, like, it's hard to that's a hard measure to explain to your PT, was like, "Hey, I
Yeah.
dance to Vince Staples like I used to," and they're like, "Who? What? Was that on the list of things we were working towards?" You know? Yeah, it's like stuff like that. I need to be able to so when I'm thinking of my goals, I'm like, I need to be able to jump out of the way when a rat shows up, right?
Yo, real talk.
That's
That's the vital thing.
my body's reaction. If a mouse were to run through my house, my body's reaction is to jump.
Right.
If I jump and then my foot's like, "Mm-mm," and I land weird, like, and there's a lot of pain, like, I need to be able to do that again, to react the way that I react to stuff. I need to be able to sneaky squirrel and maneuver through slalom through these slow ass people on sidewalks, which is a lot of, like, pivoting and stuff like that, that you it's little things like that that you don't realize until you lose the ability to do what seems very simple and part of walking. But, you know, yeah, it's really strange that
Real talk.
I gotta stand up at my desk and just hop from side to side.
Oh man, I love to see people walk in and see you just skipping.
I mean, I would I would absolutely just do that, and I may end up check on me in, like, 10 years and see if I'm not the woman who's just like, "There that bitch go," and I don't even listen to headphones anymore. I'm just playing music, and then I'm just dancing down the street to it.
Amen. Real
Yeah.
talk. You gotta have your lane. I ain't mad at that. Real talk. That's beautiful.
And
I
it will
remember I lived in Flushing and I enjoyed seeing like the old Asian folk doing the little
oh,
choreography movements.
yes. I don't know why I forgot the name of it, but choreography movements works.
Real talk.
Yes.
I didn't understand it then, but I really get it now. Like it's
Yeah.
just their way of making sure that like, yo, everything works. I
Yeah.
can still do
That's
all the moves.
actually, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll start doing that.
Real talk. And like you already got a built-in posse. I promise you they would love
Right.
you. You
If I
show up,
just show up and just start moving with them.
yo, real talk,
Yeah,
just
I
start
guess I
doing
don't
the
have to take
moves.
a class, right? I just gotta follow whoever's in the front?
That's it. That's it. I thought that's how it worked.
Great. Like 2 people started and then folks
Just
just
show up.
joined in? Okay.
Real talk. I think just one dude did it once. They're like, "I look cool," and just people just started showing up.
Great. I will absolutely yeah. That's I feel, better for me than yoga.
Yo,
Um, yeah.
nah, what I have been doing since Thanksgiving, thanks to my family, I've been doing like rope swing. It's it's like jump rope without jumping, kind of like people just like swinging the rope.
Oh, sure, yes.
Yeah, it has like a cool like current name. I don't know what that is.
Oh,
Like my
boy.
cousin was really excited about it. So I was like, I don't know what that is, but admittedly moving like that did feel good for my body. And like I
Okay.
felt like uh a bit of soreness the next day as if I'd moved muscles that I hadn't moved in a while.
Mhm.
That felt good. But I also felt the level of like flexibility and like move freedom of movement that I haven't had in a long time.
Okay.
Thought it was pretty cool.
I wouldn't mind being able to jump rope again.
Yeah, that's what I'm transitioning to. I want to
Okay.
get to that. But yeah, like right now it's just like it allows you to like lunge and like use your shoulders and like add rotation to your arms in a way that like I haven't done in a while. And it slowly just gets you used to the coordination of the rope.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
real talk. I seen some videos. You showed me some fly people doing stuff. I'm like, I ain't there yet, but I'll do the rope thing. Real talk.
I'll do the rope thing. What's the one where I'm just swinging my arms? Yeah, that one. I'll
I'm
do
doing
that
that.
one.
Real talk. He
Yeah.
came in on the mission, yo. Shouts to Alex. He was like, yo, we all getting healthy. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
oh, I love that in a family dynamic. The
Real talk.
one who's just like, "Here's what we gotta do." You're talking to 12 people who haven't stood up quickly in years, and they're like, "We're doing what? Okay, baby, show me what it is then."
Real talk.
"Oh, I'll try." But no one's trying. No one's
Had a
trying.
whole bunch of my aunts outside with these weird ropes. like swinging. I'm like, all right, let's do it. Why not? We gotta burn off this turkey anyway. You know.
Right, yeah.
Amen. Amen. Well, I'm happy to hear your ankle's getting back little by little.
Yeah, yeah, we're getting there, we're
We're
getting
gonna
there.
make it happen. You know what I mean? We're gonna do some jumping by next year. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, that's the hope is I'm going to, you know, I'm already yeah, it's concert ready, right?
Okay.
I'm standing on it even though my other leg now is like, "I don't like all this standing," and I'm like, "Alright, we'll find a place to perch, we'll lean on this," that kinda thing, but now I'm, you know, ready to see if I can just hop around. So that might just be that's the other thing is just accepting that, like, yeah, you're not going to do like a traditional workout kind of thing because
Right.
those are not moves that you normally do. So do the things that what are the moves you normally do? Oh, you put this record on and then just hop around for 15, 20 minutes. Great. Guess what we're doing?
Hell
We're
yeah.
going to give that a shot.
Amen.
So we'll see.
The comeback is happening, baby. Real
Yes.
talk.
Yeah, it's quite a mix there.
Shalewa Sharpe dunking on a basketball hoop.
Well,
2025.
no, I'm just trying to get to pivot on a court. Really, that's the big goal. It's been the goal for 6 months. Let me just pivot. Can I pivot, please?
Amen. Hey, you got that. You
Yeah,
know
well,
what? I was gonna say you're gonna be in the Brooklyn Nets, but I was like, nah, she'll be on the step squad. But like, you know that I don't know how to pronounce the Brooklyn Nets step squad because it's like it's too close to like the regular name. Like
what
the
is
Knicks have like Knick City Dancers, and like the
okay.
Brooklyn Nets have like the Brooklyn like Nets. It's like some weird thing like that. I'm like, I don't even understand like how it's different. You just spelled it weird.
Is it just wait, is this the dance team where it's like people who are 55 and older?
Nah, I think it's the
Oh, the
Brooklyn
actual dance
Nets. Yeah,
the Nets. Well,
Brooklyn Nets. Yeah,
that's insane.
it's insanity.
One year at, Shtick or Treat, where comics do their impression of another more famous comedian. Are you familiar with that show?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, the last time that I did I've only done it twice. The
Okay,
first time I did Janine Garofalo, which just
that's
honestly
awesome.
made everybody go, "Oh." Like, that's what, it was yeah, spot on. It was one of the first things that Ted Alexandro said to me was just like, I came up with Janine Garofalo, and you really nailed that." I was like,
That's
"Great.
what's up.
That's all I need." And the second thing I did was, it was the year of Hannah Gadsby's big Nanette
Okay,
special,
yeah.
so I did the Radio City Nanettes, and I got
Yo, that's
other
fire.
comics to put on, like, a jacket and come through doing a kick line, and then I got up to the mic and I complained about art or something, and I kick lined off. It was truly the silliest I rarely go as silly as I want to, and when I thought of that, I was like, "Oh, I kinda have to do that. That can't just be one of those things that I wish I had done."
That's beautiful,
And I
Sha.
can't I can't see another time when I'm going to be able to do this because no one's gonna care anymore. So,
Yo, that's real talk. Yo, you might have inspired me right now, yo.
just a pun. All you need is a pun. All
Yo,
all I need is one pun.
that's
Which hey, have you gotten any feedback yet on my views on Nas and You Owe Me? I went back and watched the video and I was just like, "Yeah, this is an excellent song." I still don't understand.
so far. I've had 3 people tell me the same thing. I love both songs
What song? What?
because it was You Owe Me
And Uchiwali?
and Uchiwali,
Okay,
and people were saying I love both songs. I was
good
like,
for them.
yeah, I was gonna say like you live a way happier life than me. Okay, I am a big Nas fan. Uchiwali like hurts my soul. Real talk.
Yeah,
It's not,
yeah.
and I don't like Nas on it, but I despise some of the other people on it.
I
Real
can't even
talk.
remember who else is on it.
It's
Cause
it's all them dudes from the group that didn't make it.
oh, right. Oh, true. I mean, that
Real
isn't
talk.
the streets of hip hop just littered with all them guys from the group that didn't make it? That
Real
whole
talk.
industry's built on the backs of guys. All those guys whose group didn't make it.
Real talk. Yeah, Horse. That dude,
Horse!
Horse was on that joint. Real talk. That's just great. You got it, yo, my man. Yo, if that's your name, you ain't meant to do this.
Yeah.
Real I'm okay with that being your like your nickname around the crew. Everybody got some people got weird nicknames.
Yeah,
But
but
like you gotta know, like, yo, that this ain't gonna be it.
like I'm gonna see the name Horse.
And buy that album?
Yeah, like that's
Nah.
gonna be on the Billboard charts. Horse with his new single, Nay or whatever. Nah, nah, I don't know. That's not gonna work.
Mm-mm. Horse was on that joint, just ruining the song. Real talk.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that was
gosh.
rough right there, yo. Yo, shouts to Nas for making it back, yo. Real talk, man.
Right.
So, he's someone that like I love as an artist. He does not know how to pick a person to pass the baton to.
Does he want to pass the baton?
I think he wanted to for a long time, and every
Okay.
person he chose didn't like get there.
Who all did he choose? Because I'm interested. Because now that's where we are now with the aging of hip hop, right? Is like, okay, so now we're talking legacy. There are people who have a good amount of heat, or doing very well, and they are talking about who they enjoyed.
Mm,
And so like, and you're seeing who they're picking,
right,
and I wonder if that is a little bit of a generational thing where at like people who we enjoyed when we were young, the OG dudes, uh, they may find someone younger that they enjoy, but I feel like they're only just now finding someone younger that they enjoy because the younger people are now kind of paying homage to what they were doing.
right. It's not like
And
a threat almost. It's like honoring.
yeah, and so they're more likely to find someone amongst their peers to like, yeah, this is who got next. But at this point, your peers are also in their late 50s. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah, real
So,
talk.
like, I mean, why are we trying to put that dude on? So we were trying to find younger, and like it's just been interesting to watch, people kind of like what that's going to look like. So, um, or they just didn't want to pass the baton, or
Yeah,
they
I know.
wanted to pass it to people who they knew wouldn't be able to, you know what I mean? Like,
There's definitely a little of that. Like I know there was a Queens dude, Ali Vegas,
okay.
who a lot of people thought sounded like Nas,
Mm,
and it was like 14 when he started getting buzz. And like the rumor is that like Nas like shut that down on the back end. Like, yo, I don't want you coming up
right.
because you're too close to what I'm doing. And he
Yeah.
was still doing it.
Okay.
But like the people he's picked, Nature, uh, he was on the Firm. They had a Cormega initially, then him and Cormega got into beef, replaced him with Nature, and then Nature and him got into beef. So like that didn't
It's
work out.
always going to be beef if you don't really want to pass it on.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So, yeah.
So like that didn't work. You have
Okay.
the aforementioned Uchiwali guest, the Bravehearts.
The brave.
You know what I mean?
I was once on Uchiwali, which is a wild thing to have on your resume, but
And also when it's the only thing on your resume.
only thing of it's my
Real
whole
talk.
resume is just the lyrics to Uchiwali.
Comprised of Horse,
Mhm.
Wiz, and Jungle being his brother.
These are terrible names. They were never going to make it.
None of them. Then there was the I believe his cousin, Nashon,
Okay, come on.
spelled Nashawn.
Sure. Alright. H
Nashon, like
okay,
nation.
like, okay, yeah, no, that's no good. I don't like that at all.
Then there was I forget his name. He like sang just for a moment with Nas. Quan. There was Quan, not rich homie Quan.
No, there are so many Quan is one of those names where like you got to add something to it because there's a Quan in every pot.
Real talk.
There's a Quan in every crew. There's an Andre in every crew.
I
You
tell you
got
another one that slept on.
Mm.
You know what's in a lot of hip hop crews?
Ooh.
A Mecca.
I don't know if that's the case as much anymore, but there was a time where I was like, "Oh, I know 2 Meccas, and I need
Real,
to no, tall Mecca. Oh, that Mecca." You know what I
real
mean?
talk.
Yeah, there was a time where there was a Mecca in every crew. I don't
It-
know if they're doing Meccas as much anymore.
the factory shut down. Real talk.
Yeah,
There was
but
a there was even a Mecca woman R&B singer.
oh, really?
Yeah, slept on. Mecca sings the chorus on "Feeling from Jay-Z's first album.
Oh, okay.
That
Was
is
it
a
with
Mecca.
K's? Was it
I think that was still two C's.
okay, alright,
Then my homie Mr. Mecca
sure.
is co-host on I forget that rapper's show at the barbershop where like they
Who, Cypher Sounds?
Hoffa, Math Hoffa's show. Mr.
Oh,
Mecca.
Math Hop. Oh, yes, yes, they're talk
Yeah,
oh,
he
okay, I don't
used to
know.
be a rapper.
Oh, right, 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 but he was like a battle rapper, right? I'm not
Yeah,
not no shade to battle rappers, please don't
nah,
come at me with a
just
beloved, but
just
I'm just
lame.
saying. They're
Yeah, yeah,
lanes,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Real
I
talk.
thought all he switched all those dudes out. I feel like in the year that I was like, "Oh, I'll watch some of this," all the guys like, I was like, "Are these the same guys?" Oh, boy, that's a
Now,
rough
Math and Mecca are still together. The others
okay.
have all gone. They rotated, but
Yeah,
him and
yeah.
Mecca still vibe with each other, so they good.
Okay.
But now I love naming. I love the name thing because of stuff like that. Like, yo, there's a lot of pressure. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But yeah, everyone Nas chose terrible names. I knew from the beginning, none of y'all gonna make
Right, right, right. Yeah,
it.
I mean, but Nas to me never struck me as someone who was going to nurture a talent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
fair.
know what I mean? He always I was like, he doesn't necessarily care, you know,
His most
about
recent is the one that's working.
okay. Yeah.
He is I would say he is the OG to Dave East. And Dave East, wow.
Oh,
Yeah, like
okay.
and
Alright.
that has been a relationship. The two of them like clearly have respect for each other.
Right.
Nas isn't on like all his songs, like a lot of like a lot of people might like associate with like the passing of the baton thing, but he definitely shows
Mhm.
up. I believe Dave East is like on his label of sorts.
Okay. Alright.
Um but yeah, like they've like that's kind of been the one that I saw that like made it through.
Oh,
So it
okay.
took a few shots, but he got there.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, it's a tough industry anyway, so it's hard to just continually throw your name behind people, you know?
Real talk.
And to the people who are trying it, I mean, you're not guaranteed a vouch. And I mean, we see that in comedy. I saw people all the time who would get vouches from folks and I'm like, "Oh wow, I wish I could get a vouch, but
Real talk.
I don't know how you do that." And then you realize that it's just are you willing to like it's much more of like a personality thing
Yeah.
than a talent thing. So it's like, "Oh, okay, well then I'm not gonna" that's how you end up vibing with Horse. You know?
I like
Hor
this guy. Yo,
yeah,
horse, you want to
yeah,
be on this
right,
album?
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah, so it's like, "Oh, well, then never mind, I guess I'm no horse."
Real talk. I'm convinced like Horse like never got the sandwich order wrong. Like he
Oh,
did
yeah,
some like
Horse
simple shit,
yeah, Horse
like
is
yo,
definitely, he's the head of the posse.
real
He's
talk. Like
he's
he's the culprit.
delegating and getting shit done, but he is not rhyming well.
Mm-mm.
No.
Real talk. Live your dreams, people. You know what I mean? Say what you will. Horse could say he was on a platinum record.
That's true.
Real
That's
talk.
true. I mean, we clowning Horse now, but which one of us is on Uchiwali,
Real
huh?
talk. Yo, I don't like the song, but I would brag about it if it was my song.
Right,
I ain't even go
exactly.
front. I would have nothing but shirts made of like that
I
was
was on
me.
I was on Uchiwali
I
and
was
all I
on
got was
Uchi
this
Wally.
lousy t-shirt.
Real talk. Send my kids to school with that shit. My dad was on Uchi Wally. Like all of that.
I mean, the good thing about Uchiwali is that it did have what my one of my favorite parts of hip hop, which is just the woman singing or saying a thing and you have no idea who it is, and that's actually the most memorable, You know what I mean? That's the one. Because I'm really more concerned with where is the young lady who was all, "He really, really, really," where's her? Where's she? Where's her medal? Like, where that's the only good part, you know? And, like, Thuggish Ruggish Bone, Tasha at the end singing, she made sure to get her name in there so we at least know her name. I mean, you knew who Mecca was, and I did not know that that was her name, but that's definitely a voice. There, seriously, the road to hip hop is littered with on the back, just dudes and groups that didn't work out, and then the women who sang the hooks on their songs.
Yo, yo, shouts out to them. Real talk,
Yeah,
the real heroes.
the real heroes having to be in a room that smells like corn chips and blunts, fucking singing this hook. And nobody cares if it's in tune because nobody knows anything about music theory. Except,
Yeah, that sounds cool.
yeah,
You know
that'll
what
work. That'll work. We'll put an effect on it. We'll distort it. That'll work.
I mean? Oh man, let's get into the news.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is
Yeah,
good because I have no idea what's happening in the world today.
kicking us off. Coca-Cola's new ads highlight AI's uncertain future. Just in time for Christmas, Coca-Cola launched a new take on its annual holiday ad campaign. This year's entry has been entirely animated by generative AI technology. Coke hired 3 different AI studios: Secret Level, Silverside AI, and Wildcard, to create their own takes on the familiar Coca-Cola Christmas ads, and then widely shared their favorite installments far and wide. The iconic soda maker also launched an original AI app, Create Real Magic, in which a virtual Santa asks you for personal data that he will use to make you a personalized magic snow globe. And you
Oh
don't even need to
wow.
give him milk or cookies. Haha. Reactions from social media to the campaign have mostly stayed the same. The ad revisits a popular spot from the mid 90s called Holidays Are Coming, combined with the presence of a few signature polar bears. The seeming attempt to mix nostalgia for Coke Christmas ads has gone by with an attempt to sell viewers on this new technology rubbed a lot of viewers the wrong way.
Uh huh.
Yeah, like I don't know if you had a chance to see any of these.
Nah,
Um
I ain't clipping. Yo, just make Coca Cola. Let me tell you. Look, I don't know if I've gone on record here about the Coca Cola Museum in
Okay.
Atlanta.
Oh, rock on.
Let me tell you, Coca Cola makes a fine soda. But
Yeah.
what they really shine at is propaganda. That
Mm,
Coca-Cola museum is insane.
really?
Yes, it's wild, and I've been twice, because they had 2 different locations at one point, they moved. So the first one, I went in the first location when it was just like, "Hey, Coca-Cola has a museum downtown," and I'm like, "Why?" So I went with a couple of friends, and we kinda walked through, and we were like, "This is weird, I guess." Um, 'Cause you were kinda, like, trapped into watching a movie, like, in order to get to the rest of the museum, which is such a broad use of that word, you have to walk through this, like, movie theater kind of auditorium, then at some point, they close the doors, and you're in there, and you gotta watch a film of what Coca-Cola means to the rest of the world, which is insane, and then they let you out, and they show you a couple other little trinkets, and then you get to try a couple of sodas from around the world, and they let you out. But the newer version, which has still been there for like, I don't know, 20 years or something, 20 something years, and its second location. Um, it has the movie. You got to watch this movie, but then there's like a whole section on the polar bears. They got, people dressed as polar bears. They really kind of expanded it, including all the different sodas that you can taste. And there was one year where I had cousins that, like, came to I think we had a family reunion now that I think about it, and so I had some
Mm.
cousins staying with me, and so I was my sister and I like, "What do you wanna do? I don't even know what kinda tourist shit you can do in Atlanta," and they were like, "Oh, let's go to the Coca-Cola Museum." And we're like, "Alright." So we took them, and they were like, "Well, this is kinda interesting." And my sister and I were like, "Holy shit, this is amazing!" But not like in I was just like, "This is wild business," but not in "This is great," but just in a, they really stepped their propaganda game up. Like,
Yo.
yo, I think they own us. Like it's insane their propaganda thing. So the fact that they are like, you can make your own, just give us give me soda. That's what I go to you for. That's what I go to you for. That's insane. And
Yo.
and also hearing about that where you can give your information and they'll make a personal ad for you. Was this a thing when you were a child where you could get a book written about a character and they make you the character? Like there's a basic book when
Yeah,
you're a
I remember
child,
hearing about that.
and then your parents, someone can like send your name away, and then you get the book back, and it's still the story, but now the kid in the story is either a boy or a girl, and it has your name that they've stamped in there. So then Gastor went up the hill. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of thing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what that reminded me of just like being able to find a key ring with your name on it. Like
That's
a
kind of
keychain.
cool.
Yeah, but I mean, not if your name is never available.
Word. Well,
So
I'm still looking for one.
which is why your parents have to pay all this money to have somebody handwrite your name into the story. But everyone would have these personalized storybooks. And I wonder if they even still, I mean, I guess at this point you could just buy your kid a fucking Coca-Cola ad. But like, this isn't what we want from you, Coca-Cola.
No, just make the product.
Yeah, just keep trying putting different stuff in Coca-Cola and seeing what works. Cherry? Okay.
Yeah.
Vanilla? Absolutely. Orange? Vanilla orange? Ooh,
Okay.
okay. What's happening? You
Real
know?
talk.
Yeah, but that's not what.
Real, some keep making diets. Every time you make a diet, I'm a fan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, do that for the diet people. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
They got Diet Coke, they got Coke Zero, they got Coke, and all the Coke Zero, all the flavors you just said, they a Coke Zero version of it too.
Oh, nice. See, do
Yeah.
that. I mean, do that and take over the world. But
Real
the
talk.
the AI thing, like, also, my understanding is I feel like I read recently about this story that they used AI, which is, but then they had to actually use an animation company to kind of edit it all together. So they still ended up having to use people anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, just use the people. Also, we don't need an AI version of those polar bears.
Yeah. They were working.
They have our heart already. We
Yeah.
don't need to see them with, like, weird hands or, like, all caked up in the back or whatever, boobies on the whatever it is that people are normally doing to, because that's what's gonna happen if you let us design our own AI. We all know someone's putting titties on these bears, right?
Real
Like,
talk.
that's the first thing someone's gonna do.
It is 100% somebody's kink.
Absolute Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Please, whatever cartoon thing you're into, please don't look up fan art for it. Like, don't do that. Just don't do that. Like, if you wanna sleep at night,
Real talk.
don't look up the fan art on it because you are gonna find some things, and that
Real
can
talk.
be, like, dinosaurs. You know what I mean? Like, just do you like little cute dinosaurs? Well, here's one with a huge dick. What? Why?
Why?
Why'd you do that? Who
Real
asked
talk.
for that?
It's
That
in his shell. I don't need to see that
that
Michelangelo's blessed like
pterodactyl can't fly with that thing.
that. His toes off. He's not aerodynamic anymore.
Right, exactly. It's just slowly sinking under the weight of your ridiculous penis.
Oh man, things are anchor. Uh, in other news, orcas start wearing dead salmon hats. Salmon hats again after ditching the trend for 37 years. Oh,
All right.
hell
See?
yeah.
Sambas come back. Adidas Sambas.
Yo,
Salmon on the head.
salmon on the head is kind of fire. I like it. Okay. Orcas off the coast of Washington State are balancing dead fish on their heads like it's the 1980s.
Okay, that's wild. Let's stop talking like that was the thing that we were discussing that in the 1980s.
Yo, They made it sound like people was doing that in the
Doing it
streets.
yeah, like, this isn't I don't remember anyone mentioning that in a rap song.
Have you seen Daryl Strawberry just rocking the yeah, that salmon right before the game, yo. Crazy. On his head. On his head. Yo.
Yeah, like, that's not let's calm down, article.
Northwest Pacific orcas have started wearing salmon hats, again bringing back a bizarre trend first described in the 1980s. Last month, scientists and whale watchers spotted orcas in South Puget Sound and off Point No Point in Washington State, swimming with dead fish on their heads. This that Point No Point is fire, by the way.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah?
I like that name.
Oh, yeah, okay.
This is the first time they've donned the bizarre headgear since the summer of 1987 when a trend-setting female West Coast orca kickstarted the behavior for no apparent reason. Within a couple of weeks, the rest of the pod had jumped on the bandwagon and turned salmon corpses into must-have fashion accessories, according to the marine conservation charity Orca. But it's unclear whether the same will happen this time around.
Of course it will, that's the cycle of fashion.
Real talk.
I absolutely.
Yo,
I honestly, I don't know if that is why, if there was just a lady orca who's just like, "Okay, but what if I freak it like this?" And now but I really hope that's the case because I kind of love that a lot.
I'm with it.
The
I think,
idea of, like, there being trends with
yeah,
orcas.
real talk. I really think like a orca saw like a picture of like grandma orca.
Right,
Like,
and
yo,
was
that's
like,
kind of
"Yo,
fire.
no, I kinda yo, but for real though, this was hot, grandma." And
Real
grandma's like,
talk.
I did a little something, something." In the 80s?
Go check in my closet. I think I still got one.
Yeah,
If you want
right.
it.
Yo, if there's a orc out there now with vintage salmon on their head, get out of here.
Yo,
That's
telling
so
you.
great.
Real talk. My Samuel 88, yo. Real talk. Check it out. I'm stunting
Right?
out here, yo.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I imagine the salmon are like, "We don't care for this at all." But, I mean but it's also like, I want this to be a thing for them, and I also feel like as humans, we should just l have we learned nothing over the past few years? Let the orca do what the orca wanna do.
Real talk.
Do you wanna wear salmon on your head? Cool. Cool. What am I gonna
Amen.
I mean, no, the if you then have to get into it with a bear who's looking for something to eat, that's on them.
It's on
Let the
them, B.
animals work that out, but we don't need to be all up in it.
Nah, let them do it, B. High
L
fashion comes at a price, okay?
yes, and I don't know if I saw salmon with, like or I saw orcas with salmon on their head, like a bunch of them. I don't think I still would be like, "I need to get to the bottom of this." I think I would have just made up the fashion thing like, "Oh, I guess that's just what's popping in the streets down there," and kept it moving. I don't know if I would have written an article about it. So I guess good on the person who wrote the article to bring it to my attention, but I also feel like the less heat on orcas, the better. Oh my god, they are attacking us. Them let them rock their little fitteds. I don't
Real
care.
talk.
Oh.
Yo, besides a salmon, real talk.
I'm just thinking salmon with the little new era sticker on it, on the fin.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh man, rockin' 5950 salmon. Know what I mean? Crazy out here, yo. You don't know.
Oh my gosh.
In other news, furry frenzy. 132 hamsters escaped cages aboard a flight in Portugal, forcing the grounding of the plane. That's right. You may have heard of snakes on a plane, but have you heard of hamsters getting away aboard a flight? That's right. An Airbus Air A321 Neo, operated by TAP Air Portugal, faced unusual crisis when 132 hamsters reportedly escaped from their cages in the cargo hold, triggering a 4-day grounding of the aircraft. Yo, that's fire.
Wow.
The rodent rebellion unfolded during a November. Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
Look.
During a flight from Lisbon, where the Portugal is TAP Air Portugal is headquartered, to Azores, where the animals were being transported to a pet store.
Oh, wow. That was the
Real
best way.
talk.
I mean, I guess you can't if you have to fly.
Yeah, they
You
gotta do
didn't
it.
drug them?
Yeah. How you would have like drugged all the hamsters on before the flight, right?
Yeah, you give them just a little something, just I don't know, rub a little Benadryl on their teeth or something. Like, you gotta
One by one on each hand.
I mean, look, if you already collected 130 something hamsters,
That's
you didn't
fair.
do that with a net. Like, you gotta you gotta transfer each one into you don't just dump a bag into a cage and then just let it go. So, like, yeah, as you're putting one on, a little tap of something, and you just put a little whiskey in the little thing, the one little container of water they can sip on one of whiskey, and then just let them sleep it off.
Yo, real talk. Can I? Yeah, I gotta confess something here.
Okay.
Okay, I this is a genuine opinion of mine.
Oh, all right.
I don't think any place that deals with animals counts the animals until there's a problem. Like, I don't think anybody counts the 132
You don't
hamsters when
think
they
they had,
pack
like
them.
you don't think there was a manifest?
Nah.
Or
Yo, we
or
got a man. I think somebody was like, "Yo, we got their hamster cage." Yeah, cool. How many hamsters? I think they like roughed it out. They're like, it's like 140, 150 in each piece. You
and
know what I
then
mean? And then they
right.
just send it out. But when the hamsters get loose,
Now they got an
that
exact
person like, nah, B, I gotta count all of these hamsters. You gonna know what I dealt with. I caught 132 hamsters.
right,
But like you send them out, you just sent out a cage of hamsters.
right.
You know what I mean? Because
Up
even like
up to 150.
real talk, I think you leave a buffer because hamsters reproduce, right? So
True.
you
That's
leave a little
another
space.
reason why you need to fucking give them a little Benadryl.
Real talk, I'm with you. But I don't think they count that shit. I think it's like, yeah, that's like a box to hand. Yeah, send that out there.
Okay. I mean, you might be right. Who you would like to think that they have the time to count and have names for, but they probably don't.
They don't. It's too many.
Yeah, they're going to a pet store. There's no need to get attached. But
Yo,
but now to where they were flying, do they not have hamsters there? Like, why
yeah,
were you
yeah.
flying 132 hamsters to
The where is it at here? The rodents. It was part of like a whole crew of animals actually. Um,
Oh, okay.
actually lost my place there for that. The animals were being transported. Pet stores. The hamsters were part of a consignment that included other animals such as birds and ferrets.
Okay, so we talk about a real weirdo who
Yeah,
probably special ordered these damn hamsters, and honestly, they probably sensed the vibe. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm
They knew they
sure
was
one
flying.
hamster turned to the other and was like, "Somebody wants 130 of us? That ain't
Yo,
right. Mm-mm, I don't trust this.
real talk. Nobody wants 130
Who
of us.
wants these many hamsters?" Like, mm-mm, no. Yeah,
Yo,
and the ferrets gotta go with us? That's bullshit. I look, Imma gnaw on this until we can get free. Someone help me. Someone help me. Total help me sing. Get me out of here.
it took 4 days to capture them. The final 16 were caught on the last day. Real
The
talk.
final 16. Oh my gosh.
Real talk.
What episode of Survivor was that? We gotta start putting little GoPros on these hamsters. We gotta put little cameras around their necks so we can I mean, I bet that was more exciting than, like, Indiana Jones.
Oh man, shouts to the hamsters, yo. Real talk. They got stories now.
Yeah,
I'm
they
happy for
sure
y'all.
do. Absolutely.
In other news, KFC launches Christmas wrapping paper that tastes like chicken. That's right.
No, okay. Okay. I
It's finger licking good. KFC
Boo! Oh my god, I can't boo loud enough.
KFC is hoping its new holiday product will be on everyone's lips, literally.
I
The fast food chain has launched lickable wrapping paper for the gifting season. The limited edition paper supposedly tastes like KFC's original recipe chicken
ugh,
with the refreshing hit of cranberry sauce and an aromatic pinch of sage from the sage and onion stuffing patty. Despite the festive battle of the birds at KFC, we believe in chicken, said the Phoebe Sims, the brand manager, introducing our first ever lickable wrapping paper inspired by our epic the limited edition stuffing stacked burger. Uh, the KFC does warn that the wrapping paper is not intended for human consumption.
But you made it lickable. See, here's the problem. I truly hate KFC. I truly hate it. I took one bite of KFC when I was, like, 8, and I was
Yeah,
like, "This is nasty," and I've never had it since. Not once.
it's
That's
real.
a yeah, I was just like, "Mm-mm, if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you." Same with Pizza Hut. That's how picky I am. I will
Oh,
eat
they work together too.
yeah, I bet there's something gross happening in the back of that kitchen. I don't know, but everything is nasty. So I don't touch it. And I think instead of trying to figure out why they're so gross from the root, they just keep
Mm,
throwing extra shit on it. Let's make a sandwich where the bread is chicken. Why would you what? Eh,
yo,
remember that? What was that? The double down or some shit?
yeah, some wild shit.
Yeah, let's make lickable wrapping paper that's not intended for human consumption. Don't you know that there are shows on TLC about people who are addicted to eating paper? You guys are evil. If it's not intended for human consumption, why would you make it lickable? Why add the sage? Why are
Real
we
talk.
like what are we doing? Why are we seasoning the paper if you don't want us to eat it? Get out of here.
Freaking Salt Bay, your gifts after you wrap them is crazy. Keep
Yeah,
that to yourself.
I'm looking, it says the lickable areas of the paper have a protective cover that needs to be peeled off to access the tasty patch, but it's not advised to lick any patches without a protective cover. Oh my God.
Oh man, y'all be going too far sometimes
You
with
know
these
what? We
ideas.
could just do scratch and sniff. We don't have to
Yeah.
lick it. The weirdos will still lick a scratch and sniff sticker. Don't get me wrong. I've seen them. They also pick their nose in class. I know the kids. But the rest of it, like, this is also, I would be mad if someone gave me a gift that was wrapped in KFC paper. You don't love me. You don't love me.
Yeah, I wonder if you put this under the tree, would it attract mice?
You think?
Right? Like it would smell like chicken. They would and they lick,
Right.
right?
Yeah, they
That
will
can't be
eat it.
good.
So now you've given me a scented candle that's wrapped up in paper that smells like chicken in a house where the mice are like, "What's going on?"
Real talk.
They've been kicked out of their routine because it's the holidays, so now they're just looking for food anywhere. Mm-mm. What a recipe for disaster. KFC.
Oh man, yeah, they are not in my top chicken places at all.
No.
I am a Popeyes person if I'm going chain. Um,
Okay.
I sincerely miss Roy Rogers.
Oh,
I was a big fan. I do it nostalgically every time I drive down south for shows.
okay.
I find it on the highway.
Mm.
Um, and then I gotta go traditional like Brooklyn spots, Crown Fried,
Oh, sure,
you know
sure.
what I mean, stuff like that. But
I'm not even that
Popeyes never occurs to me.
I'm not
Me,
even, much of a fried chicken person, but there was a chain. I keep checking to see if any little ones exist anywhere. There may be 2 in the state of Georgia now, but there was a chain called Mrs. Winners, and when
okay,
I tell you that was the best, they made a
Mrs. Winters.
Mrs. Winners. They made their chicken was great. Their biscuits were good. Their chicken biscuits were really good. And they had a cinnamon roll that was the size of my head. And I loved Mrs. Winters so much. I don't even know what their sides were like because I was so like, we get into this chicken.
Yo,
Yeah.
they still exist.
Okay.
You can find a Mrs. Winters in Georgia.
Yeah.
Now North Carolina, both of those states have the most locations.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have one in Tennessee and one in Alabama as well.
They used to have quite a few of them, and then a lot of them closed in the cities 'cause those were the ones where I don't know, it they managed to make the chicken taste good and not just the breading,
Mm.
and that's tough, where it's all like breading, but if that slides off for some reason and now you're just left with this slimy, yucky chicken. That's what I thought. I didn't like the seasonings for KFC, and then the chicken was weird underneath, and that's why I was like, "No, this is not good."
Yo, I
Mm,
just clicked on their website.
mhm.
I clicked on the careers link.
Uh-huh.
They are looking for line cooks in the Bronx. Shot. They coming to New York.
Who, Mrs. Winters?
Mrs. Winters.
I will be on the 6 all the way to the Bronx if they
Yo,
put up Mrs. Winters up there.
real talk. Posted 30 days ago. They're looking. Shot is going down, yo. We about to make this happen.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, oh boy, I wonder what that's like. It's so weird eating fast food in New York because the service is different. I'm not saying everybody's super sweet in the South. They're just rude in a different way. So when I experience the Northern aggression, I'm just like, that's wild.
Yo.
I hope none of that angriness gets into food. Y'all gotta learn how to be a little more passive aggressive around it so that the food still slaps, you know?
I'm rooting for this place to open now. I gotta try this.
Yeah.
I've yet to try the other thing, my boy's Filipino place.
Oh, Jollibee?
Yeah, I gotta do that next. It's on my agenda.
Yeah, I was going to try that, but for a taste testing, but everything they had, all I could see on the menu was just acid reflux, acid reflux, acid reflux. And I was like, oh, I'll never sleep again if I eat any of this stuff.
Yeah, that's their brand. Real talk.
Yeah, I'm like, how are you putting fried chicken in spaghetti? Like, I can't. Oh God. Come on. That's all y'all got? Filipinos? There's nothing fresh. Woo.
I mean, they got the banana ketchup's pretty cool.
You just broke my brain. What do you
Real
mean
talk.
banana ketchup?
They don't got tomatoes like that over there, so they make their ketchup out of bananas. That's
Oh,
a Filipino thing.
okay.
Banana ketchup.
Interesting.
Yeah, it tastes a little different, but it still has the same effect. It's a sweet on a fried salty thing.
Okay.
You know what I
Huh.
mean? Try it out. It takes a little bit of like it's a little mind fucky because you know
Yeah, I mean, yes.
you,
Because you're like, is this breakfast? Yeah,
yeah,
right.
like it throws you off for a second because 40 years
Right.
tomatoes, like it's a lot.
Yes, yes.
But like once you get over that, like, oh, this is a thing. Real talk. My brother-in-law is married to a Filipino woman. So I've been trying like a lot of like their stuff and like my niece, she stays over and like we'll order like fries and we gotta like I have a banana ketchup here just because of her, because she's like, I want banana ketchup for the fries.
Okay.
Real talk.
That's fantastic.
Yo, it's a thing.
Where are you
I'm learning.
finding banana well, I guess they probably have
I
them.
had an Amazon it. Yeah, but she they get it from the I think it's a Kmart, H
H
Mart.
Mart? H Mart.
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, no, there are H Marts. You can get banana ketchup.
H Mart.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
gang,
yeah,
gang. Be out here, yo.
yeah.
Try new things, baby. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you're right. I do need to try new things.
I'm gonna get you some banana ketchup, Sha.
I barely gorked through the tomato ketchup that I have now, but I'll give it a shot.
Finally, completing Shalewa's nightmare of foods. Pizza Hut is
Oh
selling a
God.
tomato wine.
A what? See, this is the problem. Y'all ain't even do pizza right. I'm so tired of everybody trying to step out of there. Stay in your lanes.
Oh
Get your
man,
lane right. How is your lane overgrown and with potholes and weeds? And you talking about, but what about a tomato wine though? Ain't no one asking you for. They have that. It's called like a Bloody Mary.
yo, it's meant to taste like pizza. That's right. Pizza Hut is hoping to make.
So you add a little vodka to a tomato basil soup. I'm already like, what are we doing?
Real talk.
You
Yeah,
can't
that's
just
just
spike soup and go tomato wine. Fuck
real
you,
talk,
Pizza
yo.
Hut.
Yo, you getting nice off that ragu? Crazy. Real nah, B, I'm drinking Prego today, B.
They
I'm different.
literally make vodka sauce. Get out of here.
Pizza Hut is hoping to make your holiday entertaining even easier by offering an all-in-one takeout solution, including a chance to pick up a bottle of its new tomato wine. The tomato wine, Pizza Hut explained in statements of food and wine, captures the essence of your favorite slice in every sip.
Just
And the
give me a
chain,
slice of pizza. I'm
the chain also announces bringing back its beloved triple threat box, meaning you can bring both pizza and wine to your next party all in one go.
I wish a motherfucker would show up in my house with a Pizza Hut pizza and a bottle of Pizza Hut tomato wine. We'll never speak again. I won't even let you in. I will slam the door on you like I'm George Jefferson. Get the fuck
Yo,
out of here.
yo, real talk. Pizza Hut is one of the like biggest fall offs I've seen like in my life. Like during like I was never I never loved Pizza Hut. I did, but I loved the idea of the place
Mhm.
because A, they gave me the free pizza for reading the book.
Sure. Right.
B, Ninja Turtles. That's where I was able to get my coming out of our shelves tour album. You know, they gave it
Right.
away.
Yes.
Beautiful place.
Mhm.
You know, but like it was the first time that I associate food as an occasion because it
Right.
was affordable, but they had sit down. Like it was like a thing.
Yeah.
It was like what like the equivalent today for my kids would be like Chili's and Applebee's. Like,
Right.
you know,
Which existed back then, but those were for, like, weddings.
yeah, real talk. You was
Those
doing
are
it.
like prom and wedding. This is when you went to Chili's or
Real talk.
Applebee's. That's where grown-ups go. Yes, no,
Woo.
absolutely. So, yeah,
But
that's the thing is that, where I was, yeah, Pizza Hut was you got to go, the family got to sit down, it was a whole thing. You got your own personal pan pizza. They brought you the pan. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like, it was a thing. You got to drink Coca-Cola out of those huge red like, cups. Like,
yeah.
it was a thing, but there were other places that were doing that as well, and Pizza Hut kinda came out on top by doing all the other things like, the book program and all that other shit. There was a place called Pizza Inn, Inn. For
Okay.
pi for Pizza Out, it's Pizza Inn. That
Mm,
was their so, you wanna go out and have pizza with the fam? Go to Pizza Inn. I thought they made a better pizza than and it wasn't a good pizza, but it was better than Pizza Hut, I thought.
okay.
They had the buffet. Pizza Hut, I don't know if Pizza Hut had a buffet or not. I think their whole
Yeah,
thing was the personal pan pizza was how they really got people in.
yeah. They
But
def gone buffet since.
yeah, but Pizza Inn was probably like the pre-CC's. Oh, wait, are you familiar with CC's Pizza?
Yeah, yeah. They got
Yeah.
some up here now.
Okay. So it was like kind of the proto CC's where they had a buffet. And then there was one place that I don't think they had a lot of these. I don't know how much of a chain this was, but there was a place near us called Godfather's Pizza.
Okay.
And they gave you a pizza you couldn't refuse. Was their logo? I remember all these signs and the logos on them, and that was the one that my family probably went to the most of these places. And I imagine it's because their pizza was probably the closest to like this is all in Georgia. The closest to kind of a New York style pizza.
Ah,
And
okay.
my father was the one who led that mart. Like he's like, okay, we'll eat pizza here, but I'm in charge of finding it. So we'll try this place. No, this place is trash. We'll never go there again. You know what I mean? Like it was very particular. Um, but yeah, I think Godfather's though. I don't know if it was a good pizza or it was just my dad really loved the Godfather movies.
Amen.
So I think that might be why we went there a lot because he just really was tickled by we'll give you a pizza you can't refuse. But yeah, but, like, going out to eat pizza was a thing. It wasn't, and it was
Yeah,
before, like, frozen pizzas at home and all that shit. So you really it was like a night out.
yeah.
And, yeah, I think they lost that when, with delivery when Domino's came and fucked up
Damn.
Domino's coming fucked up Pizza Hut in a big way where they're like, "Oh, we gotta send this out. We have all the space. We bought
Yeah.
all these restaurants, and now y'all just want us to bring it to you?"
Mhm.
Yeah, so, I mean, I would feel for 'em, but their pizza's so nasty that I can't feel for 'em.
If you would like the documentary you didn't know you needed, that's right, Shalewa on Takeout Pizza.
Oh, right. I mean, we know people who are so serious about their pizza and have made money. They are known as pizza people, and I'm
People,
like, "Yeah, but how do you feel about Pizza Inn?" And they're like,
real
"What?"
talk.
And I'm like, "Y'all so busy going to these pizzas where the pizza oven gets up to 800 degrees and they just wave a slice near it and it's cooked and all this other kind of weird shit." But what about frozen pizzas? What's the best frozen pizza? They don't know.
Real talk. All you
It's
gotta do is let
prosciutto. It's bruschetta. That's the best. But,
Yo, with the gem already. That's the teaser.
yep.
That's right. Like and subscribe to the show, baby. If you're an Apple, Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. You didn't even know there was this many pizza chains.
No, you did not.
I know you didn't know.
And you also did not realize how much I love pizza. I don't talk about it much because it used to be a personality type. Like when
Yeah.
Obama was in office, everyone was just like, I got pizza slices on my socks. You know what I mean? It was real. It was instead of like trying to figure out who you are as a person, you just talked about pizza and bacon. And those were really dark times, I feel like. It was a dark, I don't know. I didn't like that aura at all.
5 stars. Shalewa just showed you the dark side of the documentary. Okay? And you are into it. Real talk. The story has an arc. Okay. If you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter and Instagram at Silky Jumbo at Gastor Almonte. Shout outs to Winnie Locke, The Rare Element, and The Realist 23. Always appreciate y'all, sincerely. With all that said, I am admittedly a pizza fan. Didn't realize I was not the pizza expert on this podcast. Gastor Almonte.
I don't know if I'm an expert. I just like tomato sauce and cheese and bread. Also, I just want to go ahead and send a shout out to Little Caesar's Crazy Bread.
Okay.
That shit got me through a lot of tough times. Yes, my palate is trash, but it's a discriminating trash palate. I'm not a raccoon. You know what I mean? I have a day job. So I eat like shit, but I'm so picky about the shit,
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. With the picky shit eater. Shalewa Sharpe. Oh, man. This has been a tasty episode of The War Report. Catch y'all next time. Peace.